Hello and welcome to Pebbles for the 2nd of May. Hard to believe it's May, isn't it? It's still quite chilly. But here we are, and here's our special candle to remind us that this is our special time with God. I wonder if you've been to the churchyard lately, or perhaps into the countryside. This is a great time of year for flowers, isn't it? Do you know the names of any of them? Here are 3 from my garden. How about this one? That's easy, isn't it? That's a daffodil. What about this? I wonder if you've got any of these. There are a few in the churchyard. That's a tulip. And these are just coming out at the moment. That's right. That's a bluebell. Those are from my garden, but they grow wild as well. Wildflowers are beautiful, aren't they? There's something amazing about going into a wood and seeing so many bluebells. It almost looks like a swimming pool you could jump into. I've got a story about lovely wildflowers. There were 2 children called Tom and Anya. They loved going for walks in the countryside with their grandparents. Grandad knew the names of lots of birds and flowers, and he told Anya and Tom all about them. One day, only Grandma came to take them for a walk. She said Grandad was quite poorly and wouldn't be able to come out for a walk for a little while. The children were sad. They loved Grandma, but they missed Grandad laughing with them and telling them the names of all the flowers. I know, said Anya. Let's pick lots of those lovely bluebells and take them back for Grandad. Great idea, said Tom. He'll love that. He can have a sea of bluebells around him all week while he gets better. Grandma suggested that perhaps they should take a photo on her phone instead, but the children were already rushing around, picking as many bluebells as they could. They hurried round the rest of their walk because they were keen to show Grandad the lovely flowers. But by the time they got to his house, it was a warm day, not like today. The lovely bright flowers had wilted and flopped over. They looked almost dead. Anya and Tom were very sad. They showed the flowers to Grandad, who was resting in the garden. And Grandad explained how wildflowers are much better left attached to their plant, not picked. They need water from their roots and sugar that's made in their leaves. They just wilt, they just flop if they aren't attached to the rest of their plant. Why don't you go back another day and take me a photograph? Or even better, you could draw me a picture, said Grandad. So that's what they did. Jesus told a story a bit like that, about Christians. He didn't talk about bluebells because they didn't grow where he lived. He talked about plants called vines, which are what grapes grow on. He said, this is Jesus, he said, I am the vine, bit that goes up from the ground, and you are the branches that grow off that. If you stay fastened on to me, you will grow as a Christian. But if you're cut off from me, you'll wilt and flop and shrivel up as a Christian. Jesus meant we need to keep connected to Jesus by talking to him in our prayers and listening to him when we read Bible stories and remembering how much he loves us and how he wants us to love each other. I've got a song about that. It's called He, that's Jesus, he is the vine and we are the branches. And because it's all about love, then says, and his banner, that's the thing that goes over us, over me, is love. Shall we try that? He is the vine and we are the branches, and his banner over me is love. He is the vine and we are the branches, and his banner over me is love. He is the vine and we are the branches, and his banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. Should we try that again? He is the vine and we are the branches, and his banner over me is love. He is the vine and we are the branches, and his banner over me is love. He is the vine and we are the branches, and his banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. Well done. Shall we have a prayer about that? Lord Jesus, thank you that you love us, and that if we stay connected to you, we can feel that love and share it with other people. Help us to be branches on your vine by saying our prayers and reading our Bibles. Amen. Now, what about an activity? I saw a lovely picture from somebody who had done last week. I thought we could make a vine. That's Jesus. It's really just a long, thin thing that grows up, so you could make it out of paper or string or a skipping rope, whatever you like. And then you need some leaves to fasten onto that. That's us. So you could make some leaves and put the names of all your family on and stick those to the vine. Maybe you could put the names, a leaf on for some of the people you know from church who try to stay fastened to Jesus. Because at Adel St John, we're just all one lot of people, all trying to stay fastened to the vine that is Jesus. And don't forget, it's always lovely to see what you've made. So have a lovely week. Let's hope it warms up. And enjoy looking at those wild flowers. But maybe if the flowers aren't in your garden, or the garden of some of your family, don't pick them. Leave them there for someone else to enjoy. Bye.